Okay, let's do a quick tutorial on using Google Sheets with an app. So once you get your data file on the Foot to Height Lab, make a copy of it. As you see here, I've got a copy of the Foot to Height data for Forensics Lab. It will come over with a student number. At this point, there are 19 students. We could go up to 22, but get you started here with the 19. So it needs to be sorted by gender. And notice it's sorted by alpha and numeric on the left column labeled A. So there is a heading row, number 1. Tap on number 1 and then tap on it so you get this menu. Move to the right and left to see additional things, but freeze the row. When the row is frozen, you will see that it has a darker gray line underneath it. Now, to sort on the B column, tap on the B at the top of that column. Tap one more time, brings up the menu. Slide to the right and sort A to Z. Now you can see that it's sorted by gender, and the student number is out of order. So select the column C and then grab the blue dot in row 17 there. Grab that blue dot and expand the search so that you now have selected 2 columns. And we're going to format these columns so that they are going to appear as a formatted number. So click the A, and I'm looking for number format. There was decimal places, and we will go 1 decimal place so that all the numbers have 1 decimal place. Under column E, you would want to add the foot to height ratio, and we'll put the unit of measurement in as a percentage. Because that's a little bit long, I think I might abbreviate that. Maybe we'll go FH ratio. To create this ratio, we need the foot and the height. We're going to use these cells as calculators, so I am going to click on the equal button to get us into the mode for calculator. And so you can see that it's got the function fx down in the bottom left-hand corner. We could choose several functions. This is pretty basic, so we're going to tell it what cells to use. So we're building the formula on the fly. I'm going to tap my finger into column C, row 2. It's selected that, and now it said C2. I didn't type that, I just tapped on the screen for that cell. Now we want the divide key, which is the slash. And now tap into cell D2. Then we're finished, so you could hit the enter key or the green check mark on the bottom right-hand corner. It is a very long decimal place number. We're going to format that in a minute after we copy this guy. So I'm going to tap into, what was it? Column E, row 2, and then I'm going to hit copy. Now I'm going to select all of that and hit paste. It pasted the formula and did the math all the way down. We actually copied the formula. After making it once, we copy it down to every other cell. You try to do that with 10,000 records on a calculator and have a typo and have to start over. So the power of a spreadsheet is every cell is a calculator. You can have very sophisticated calculations, just like a sophisticated calculator with all the functions that they have. Now let's format that. So I'm tapping on the letter E at the top. I'm going to hit the A at the top right-hand corner, which is formatting the cell. And I'm going to hit number format, and I'm going to click a %. It gave me 2 decimal places, which is 1 too many. So I'll back once out of that and then turn the 2 decimal places into 1. Pretty cool. Assuming that this, maybe I could even leave some, we're going to make a new cell, a new table, I should say. So I'm going to call this male, female, all students. Title here is gender. We're going to call this the foot, centimeters, the height, centimeters. Foot divided by height, percentage or ratio. If we want to create the average for the males, I'm going to be selected in cell C23. Hit the FX and it will bring me over to a list. And I think it should be under math. Sometimes they have quick. This is my first time looking at this lately. So let's see if I can just start typing. So hit the equal to tell it that this should now be like a calculator instead of text. And I can see that there are several functions here. The average should work. Now it's wanting to build the formula on the fly, which means just tap on the screen where you want it to do the average. So I'm going to select column C, row 17. Paint that for the full records for the male. In this case, we have 4 records, and that should do the trick. Hit the green check mark. Then I will do the same thing for the height. I will click on the height. I'm going to, instead of searching for it, I'm going to just hit equals, start typing average. I'll select the word average, go up here, grab those, and finish. Now I'll hit equal, foot divided by height, and see if I can do this pretty fast for the next one. And I think I'll go ahead and do all students at this point. So I will hit the equal, start typing average, tap on the word average, select the entire column. Same thing for the height. Now, since I made the formula right up there, oops, I may have started changing the formula. There we go. So I wanted to get into copy, and then I'm going to paste the formula. instead of creating the formula. Once it was created on row 23, if I copy it down to row 24 and 25, all of the references to what cell it was going to do the division on is going to move with the relative position of where I'm pasting the formula. And really what I just said is it copies the formula and keeps the reference of its location. So you build the formula once, and then you can easily copy it. So I'll dress these up, just bolded the heading. I'm gonna go over here and create some lines. I'd like to do that for the top one as well. Properly formatted. And you just need to create for yourself a chart for the foot to height ratio. We don't need it for the foot, centimeters, height. We just want the percentages of the division, foot divided by the height. And I will click chart. And taking a look at the types, maybe I'll just foot to height ratios by gender. The left vertical axis label would be the horizontal axis. So this is where I left you last while I was working in the Google Sheets app. It would only allow me to modify the chart as you see it. It's limited with that. I just checked up on the help and it said that you have to open up your file using Google Sheets on a website. So here I am at Google Sheets, and now I can take it all the way to fixing this. So I'm going to tap into this chart, either double tap into it or select the three dots inside of the box for the chart. And I can go here and position for the legend. I'm going to turn it off. I don't need that blue dot. And then I'm going to click Series. It is under Setup for the X-axis. So I need to say what the three columns are because they're not the same. So I'm going to click on the X-axis to add an X-axis, and then it gives me select the data range. I'm going to select column B, rows 23, 24, and 25. Then it picks up the names, as you're going to see when I hit OK. Now under the chart, it says that this column is the male foot to height ratio, female, and all students. Going to customize the series. And I am going here to put data labels so that the number can appear right inside. It defaults inside. I think you can tell it where to put it if you want it on top. Position auto. Let's see, outside end. It can go center. You can change the color of the font and so on. But that would do it for your chart. You can easily move things around. You can resize it. You can get rid of the extra text right here because that would show up when you are trying to send a copy. File, download, PDF. It's landscape, I'll go portrait. Look like it all fit on one page. Notice it has the grid lines, and I was able to turn that off underneath File. View, okay, there it is, View Grid Lines. So now when I'm going to export this, it's going to be cleaner copy, download, PDF file, and I don't have all this background pieces. So there you go. That's what your data is going to look like. Export that as a PDF file, then I combined it with the lab write-up in Notability. Turn that in. Hope that helped.